By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Tennessee Titans.
It's time to tighten up. Ladies and
on the Rams sideline is Sean McVay. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the Titans sideline, that's Brian Callahan. His guys also fell in their opener a week ago, so we got a couple of teams here desperately trying to avoid that 0-2 start. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. Leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Miami.
And I can't imagine that week 1 was anything except a whirlwind for this young man. A few bright spots in the opener, but as expected, a few rookie mistakes as well. Let's find out if he learned from them, and will show some progress and improvement starting here in week 2.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. You talk about this Rams defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Ready?
It's a quarterback sneak. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Ready?
Play action. It's Ward. Now he's going to step up and run. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now, we all know that an offensive coordinator and a quarterback, they're aligned at the hip. But when you've got a runner who can get you that kind of yardage, that guy's invaluable.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, You at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now Ward. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So the Rams in great position here as they get things started. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Set. 250.
Stafford going to change it up here. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he'll be brought down to about the 42. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 7 carries, 58 yards.
And only 7 carries in last week's game, but I just don't know how any runner can really get loose and feel like they're into the game with that few carries. You've got to get that number up to around 15.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And the Rams had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season. It can be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
Partner, he just surpassed 60,000 career passing yards. I remember when you and I were there when he hit 50, now 60. Where does this stop?
I don't know where it stops, but how did we even calculate this one, right? Long division? New math? Use an abacus?
I trusted you. You're smarter than I am.
My calculator shorted out on this one. 60,000 yards. Congratulations.
Man, has it been fun to track his career, and it continues. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Stafford going to give this one to Corn. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
260.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Harrison Beavis on for the field goal.
And his kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it second down and 12. In motion, the tight end. Throwing is Ward. That'll be complete to Okonkwo. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now a 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing now, Ward. This one caught by Ridley. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So here are the Rams to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Texans, but they're on top right now as they start this drive out 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 5.
Here's 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7.
To throw is Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He'll drop this down to Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Rams.
Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Stafford. And this is incomplete.
Intended for Jordan Whittington. Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and long.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now it's Stanford. That is incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And Charles, his name etched in the NFL record books. Just the second field goal ever made from 66 yards as he ties Justin Tucker's NFL record.
And everything had to go right for that field goal to be converted. The snap, the hold, the protection, all had to be perfect. No wind working against you, and he nails that one. Congratulations on an incredible kick.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. To throw is Ward. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Ward. That is caught. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up
to throw, here's Ward.
At the 47-yard line.
A short throw taken in by Conklin. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
19 Tiger.
Here's Ward. That's complete to DK. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Complete to Chimray DK. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's our 2nd week in studio, 2nd week of the NFL season. Lots to get to, so let's get after it. Our trip through the NFL starts now at Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. It's the Saints at home to take on the 49ers. And here is the 6-time Pro Bowler, George Kittle. He was absolutely electric. This, one of 3 touchdown grabs for him in the game. Next up, Lambeau Field. Let's look in on the Packers.
first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They start the second half here with Williams. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On the ground is Jarquez Hunter. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play? The run after catch. But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a 1st down.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Stafford now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal.
Yellow 80! Yellow 80!
Throwing is Stafford. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. And they'll run it with Hunter. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Here's Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
As we prepare for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Pollard again. And he stopped immediately there. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Ward. He's got the open man. It's Almaner. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Titans first down.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the fourth quarter.
Ready?
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
19.
Ward now working out of the gun. Short throw taken in by Concord. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. They called the corner blitz, and Roger McCreary, he got in there and earned the sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Here's Hunter. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he uses quickness to make a play.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Stafford. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Stafford. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Drill right, 22.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. from the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here is Cam Ward and the Titans down by 15. 2:16 to play. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Titans first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Let's go now.
Throwing now, Ward. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Let's go, lead.
Ward from the gun on 3rd down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
They'll run for it with Pollard. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
It's a gain of 2.
18 Cardinals.
First down.
Throwing is Ward. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, Ward. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Out of the gun, Ward. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Ready. Go.
They'll try and throw forward with Ward. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
To throw is Ward. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
2nd and 6.
Ward. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
He was covered by
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw, here's Ward. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and 3. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Rams, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
You can start 4 with preset contract offers. Each one carries a different level of risk if offered.
Lady! Ready, hot! Ready! Move 50! Tonight! We go set! Yellow 20! 20 hot! Set. Blue 80. 20 hot. Blue set. Set on. Blue set. Set on. Set. Blue 80 hot. Ready. 20 hot.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Philadelphia Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles.
On the Rams sideline is Sean McVay. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. His counterpart on the Eagles sideline, Nick Sirianni. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 96 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a real simple screen pass. And it works to perfection.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the first down. A good pickup there at 22. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And oh, it's blocked. And the Rams have got it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
There's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry, it's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. A first carry now. This is Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
That's good.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. Well, the Rams are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready,
Now a give up the middle to Williams. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards.
A gain of 6 yards.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Hunter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he? And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Rams are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point up and through. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Eagles 6.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Eagles offense with Jalen Hurts at the controls, ready for their next possession. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's third down and 6.
No touch.
Hurts sets up to throw it. That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here are the Rams to take over. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Stafford. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Jackson to return. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
No
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as the tackle made up near the 35. Here's Hurts to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And he couldn't get it to check off. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Stafford now to throw. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Los Angeles.
Throwing is Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he goes out right around the 39. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
59! 250!
Now Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back to throw, Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Zach Ball buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. So a tight one so far, a 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hanson at our halftime report. Scott.
Okay, Brandon,
But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line...
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man lay it out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end.
180. Stop.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Blake Corum, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 26. Smith catches left side. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
King, Phil King, Phil King.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. 1 yard and now no yards. Have them looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Blue 60.
To throw is Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Here's Hurts. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Well, quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Corum. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
While the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Two yards still to go. Third down now.
Hey! 250!
Now Stafford. Pass complete there to McClure. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. This is Hunter. Gets through and now an opening. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run straight ahead with Corum. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Set! 180!
Now a play fake it at Stafford. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a handoff for Corum. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Davante Adams. His 104th career touchdown. One shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player.
Harrison Beavis to kick off.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
First and 10 at the 38.
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as they go instead with Barkley. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 44, Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line.
First down. First and 10.
Back to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. The Eagles on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Don't touch.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Here's Stafford. The left side throw complete to Adams. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. And they'll run it with Hunter. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts.
That's good.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First down, Rams.
Corum now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
On the tackle.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 1.
Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Hunter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again on the ground with Hunter. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Corum. And he's got it down to the 28.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Double right.
Throwing here, Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and that should be the one that finishes this game off. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Now it's Stafford. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Corum will score. Touchdown, L.A.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind him. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hurts. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. To the right side and intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the 2nd half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Los Angeles, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, They too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.